It was my first year in college. There was nothing to do other than my classes, which are super boring. One week my sister had brought me a Pokemon Fire Red version, and she told me that she got bored of it after telling me how our mom got her blue version. I took out my Game Boy Advance and started the game up. A save file was there. It was named Red. I pressed start. Red was in the Lavender Town Tower, standing over a grave. I tried to move Red, but he just walked in place. A few seconds later, Red stopped. He just froze. After I could make Red walk again, I looked at his party. There were 6 unknowns, spelling G-E-T-O-U-T. Get out. There was a level 56 Espion as well. It was named Alive. Get out alive? As I made Red walk out of the tower, he stopped. Gary walked out. His skin was pale and looked like his bride was crying. He had an Eevee walking next to him. I was getting a little scared at this point. A text box came up. You. Gary slowly walked out of Lavender Town. I couldn't control Red again. He walked to a girl's bride and she said, "Gary is looking for you." I walked Red out of Lavender Town. There was a house. Red walked himself slowly into the house. It was dark. No light was shown in the house. The door slammed. Red ran back to the door and more text boxes came up. You can't. Now I'm sad and trapped. You made me like this. Now you will join me. Gary's bride was spilling blood from his eyes and from a cut on his arm. His pale grey skin was dappled with bumps. His brown hair stayed the same. Gary's voice was like a yowl from a dying cat. Every step Red took from where Gary was got louder, so loud that my ears were ringing. I had to shut the sound off. As the room door opened, Red walked in. Gary stood in front of Red. His Eevee stood in front of him, growling. Red, you found me. You got me now. I was shocked. Red got closer to Gary and the battle music burst from my Game Boy, and I yowled in pain. Gary sent out his Eevee. It was level 100. I sent out my Houndoom. That was level 90. My Houndoom used Nightmare on its own. Gary's Eevee used Tackle, making my Houndoom faint. Then it said, Houndoom died. Eevee died. Gary came up. You can't stop killing my dreams. The sound hit a loud killer yowl. I shut the sound off for good. Gary sent out his last Pokemon, a level 19 Raticate. I used Megary, a level 10 Trico. Razor Leaf hit the Raticate and lowered its health down to 2 HP left. How could you? Gary's sprite looked like it was crying again. Raticate used... The move looked a little like Bite. Raticate died. Gary came up. He looked mad and like he clawed his face. He said, How could you? More text came up. You killed my destiny, my pride, my Raticate. You killed my trust. After Gary said that, he was gone. I made Red run to the front door, but it was locked. Why did you do this? Now you will suffer, like I did. Then the game went blank, and it said the saved file was corrupted. Then the game was gone. Gary's still there.